be ready to adjust. You have the plan. The plan may not go according to what you thought it was going to be, so you now need to be ready to adjust. What kinds of adjustments are you typically trying to help people make?
Well, and this is such a huge thing in retirement income planning. I mean, we have a plan of, hey, here's what your monthly expenses might look like or should look like. And we try to plan for the best case scenario, but taxes are going to change. Okay. Maybe, life happens and you're going to take out more money that you didn't think you're going to need to. And suddenly you're in a different tax bracket. Well, you can't just go fly an extra trip and make up for that, And that's why it's so important in the distribution phase of retirement to constantly be looking at analyzing, seeing what your safe withdrawal rate is, seeing how the market's affected your retirement savings for that year or the prior year, and resetting. And of course, there's that great quote of, I don't know if you guys are Mike Tyson fans. I always thought he was great, but he always said, everybody has a plan until they get punched right in the mouth.
That's right.
And then it's like, oh, here we go.
That's life. That's life, yeah. Isn't it? You were just alluding to that at the beginning of the show of kind of how that goes.
Yeah. So now it's time to fight. So no, I think the distribution phase is so much more complicated. Pilots know they have to save for retirement, but they don't understand how taxes are going to play into the distribution phase. And it's not just saving and hoping you have time to grow your assets. Now you're truly having to analyze and reset, analyze, reset, and balancing the go-go years versus the no-go years. Okay. I want you to have a little bit of fun. Maybe you are taking a little bit of a withdrawal rate, but it's time to slow down, or your medical expenses are going to start increasing. So there's a lot of things to think about.
Yep. Big time, Ryan. All right, let's get to our final point here. It's often because people are trying to do this whole planning thing on their own that they then get to retirement, and it's a reason why the expectations don't match reality. So tip number 4, don't be too proud to get some help. If you have professional help along the way, it's going to make it so that you don't have to adjust as much once you retire, and you're going to be able to have a more close alignment of your expectation and reality in retirement because you've planned in a proper fashion.
Well, planning is everything. And, that's why the more aggressively you save, you're going to be in a better position just because you can't go back to work after, an airline pilot in most cases, besides some small things that you can do, you can't just go keep flying. I mean, you retire out from an age perspective, and making sure, like I know a lot of pilots that do their taxes by themselves. And I'm like, oh my God, you're missing out on certain things that you probably, the tax code changes so much year to year. You're missing out on something that you would definitely help you. But strategic tax planning, I mean, getting to retirement with different pots of money and a lot more tax never money is going to give you that flexibility between tax deferred money and tax never money to not only control your tax brackets, but the other thing I see is, where's your CPA so we can see what tax bracket you're in right now and how much we can either convert or start taking off so that we don't get hit so hard with RMDs. And your sweet spot between that is whenever you retire or 65 and your RMD age. What's your plan? If you haven't thought about these things, or you don't know what an RMD is, or you don't know what, and this is funny because nobody does, if you don't know what your tax brackets are going to look like in retirement, well, guess what? It's time to call us. It's time to start planning, because that, having a plan is going to help you out.